go. There we go. Let's calm it down a bit. Let's calm it down. Let's calm it down. You know what? I wasn't even going to do a video today. To be fair. I've been in bed for a couple of days. With this winter cold. You know when the season changes? You know when it goes from summer to autumn. And you get a cold. That's what I got now. So if my voice sounds cranky. That's just the way it is. But I was always still going to do a video. It's not going to stop me from my mission. Now, talking about, this is just going to be a short video. This is regarding this interview, this kind of documentary, kind of a sit down what was on Channel 4 with Toto Wolff and David Coulthard. And he was talking about his plans for F1, his plans in the future for Mercedes, where they went wrong. It's a great sit down. And I'm glad they've done it with Channel 4, not Sky Sports, because you know how Sky Sports F1 are, how biased they are. But this was a good interview from Toto. He was talking about his personal life, with his family, how his dad died when he was sort of young. He was just basically talking about his family, about his personal stuff and his family, and about Mercedes. And one thing stuck out for me, and it made headline news. It made headline news. He was talking about Lewis Hamilton and his longevity in this sport. And Toto Wolff said, look, I live over there, because it was interviewing in Monaco, by the way, because that's where Toto Wolff lives. He's got many houses, but one of his houses are in Monaco. And David Coulthard lives there as well. And Toto Wolff was saying to David Coulthard, well, I live over there, and Lewis lives over there. So, and he came over to my house not so long ago. And Lewis approached him. Lewis said to him, look, I can do 5 years in Formula 1. What do you reckon? What do you think? And Toto Wolff says, yeah, good. And David Coulthard said, look, a lot of Formula 1 fans are going to be happy. And I'm included, by the way. He said a lot of Formula 1 fans are going to be happy. And there's Toto Wolff, yeah. He's a great ambassador to the sport. The greatest of all time as an ambassador. David Coulthard didn't really retort. Went a bit red, but he didn't retort because, you know, David Coulthard is a Red Bull guy. But he was saying, look, all these projects that Lewis Hamilton does, like his modelling, his campaign for Mission 44, all of them are all hobbies. They're hobbies. Don't get me wrong, he's committed to them hobbies, but they are hobbies. But the main hobby, his priority, his main focus, yeah, is Formula 1. And he started talking about how much Formula 1 means to him. How much he's still passionate about Formula 1. So you haters out there, like the Red Bull haters, for all you Hamilton haters out there, the haters of Lewis Hamilton, get used to it. He's here for another 5 years. And I'm glad. I thought he was going to be around for about 2-3 years. 3 years max at a push. But he's saying to Toto Wolff, no. No. It's not going to be 2 years or 3 years. I want to be here for 5 years. And I think Twitter blew up. All the Lewis Hamilton fans, Mercedes fans, it blew up. And I'm just glad that he's going to commit to Mercedes for 5 years. As long as he stays fit, which is not really going to be a problem for Lewis Hamilton. The guy's healthy. He's a vegan. You know, he's into all that. He's a very healthy guy. A lot like most of the F1 drivers, but he's really healthy, Lewis Hamilton. And he's in it for the long haul. Look at Alonso. Alonso is 42 now, 42 years of age. And Alonso is probably top 4 driver on the grid today. At 42 years of age. Lewis Hamilton is 38. I think he's approaching 38 now. 38 in January. So, if Alonso can do it, Lewis can do it. So, hearing that news from Lewis Hamilton that he's decided to stay in Formula 1 for 5 years is amazing. So, I think he's got an extension now. I think next year they're going to do another extension, then another extension, then another extension. I wouldn't just commit to a 5-year contract. I would do it I'll do a contract every 2 years, or maybe every year, and see how you feel. But he said he's committed to Mercedes for 5 years, and Toto said no problem. And another thing what came up in the interview as well, the sit down. Another thing what came up in the sit down was Toto Wolff. David Coulthard asked Toto Wolff, what do you think about George Russell being Lewis Hamilton's teammate? And Toto Wolff said it's fine. He said that George Russell, Hamilton looks at George Russell as like a student, and George Russell is happy to take that role as being a student. Because remember, George Russell's idol was Lewis Hamilton, and now he was working with his idol, and George Russell has got total respect for Lewis Hamilton. Total respect. And Lewis Hamilton's got total respect on to George Russell. And we know, yeah, they did come close in Hungary when they went wheel to wheel, which they did address that in the interview. Toto was talking about how close they got in Hungary, but it was a little bit close. But they still respected each other. They still respected each other. Nothing like that Rosberg and Hamilton did. That was completely different. This is what the media are trying to put onto Mercedes now. This is what the media, the hateful F1 media, and the stupid, dirty geeks on Twitter are trying to say, oh, this is going to be another Rosberg and Hamilton. You watch when they put the helmets on, they're going to clash. And let me tell you, they are not going to clash. You can see that Lewis Hamilton and George Russell have got total respect for each other. Total respect. So you can drive that narrative on Twitter and say, oh, it's going to be Rosberg and Hamilton. No. The difference is George has class. And George, his idol, is Lewis Hamilton. That's the difference. That's just like me looking up to, say, Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher all my life. Like looking at Michael Schumacher as an idol all my life. And then I grow up and I become a driver in Formula 1 and he becomes my teammate. I'm not going to disrespect Michael Schumacher. I'm going to sit right next to him and learn everything he's ever taught me. I'm going to pay attention and I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm not going to try and out-qualify. I'm not going to try and out-qualify Michael Schumacher. I'm not going to try and shove him off the track. I'm not going to try and get the best strategy in Michael Schumacher. No. I'm the rookie. I'm going to come into Formula 1. I'm going to shut my mouth and listen. And that's what George Russell doing. Look. What George Russell did at Hungary, I don't agree with, and I'm going to stick by it. I think that George Russell should have stayed behind Lewis Hamilton, and he should have been the anchor for Lewis Hamilton when Max Verstappen was trying to get that win in Hungary. I still stick by that point. But at the end of the day, if you're driving at 200 miles per hour and the strategy, you've only got a few seconds to react, you react. And I think if George Russell could do it again, he would have stayed out. People make mistakes. People are human. People are human. Now, that's just my opinion on it, on the interview. It's a great interview. A lot of positive come out of that interview. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know about Toto. So if you want to watch the documentary, I'll leave the link in the description below for the documentary or the sit down, whatever you want to call it, for the Channel 4 interview. Go and watch it. It was amazing. So that's it. That's all I got to say about on this Flaming Tarmac episode 39. Tomorrow, I've got a video coming tomorrow. It's going to be on this FIA debacle. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to do a whole Flaming Tarmac tomorrow. That's going to be episode 40. The 40th anniversary. And we're going to be talking about the F1 being a diabolical system, how it is. Diabolical, bent, uncredible, tarnished. It's been tarnished since last year, but even more tarnished now. So this is Solar P1 Southern Night. This is episode 39 of the Flaming Tarmac. Hit the subs. The subs should be coming on the screen now. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. If you want to listen to an audio podcast, it's Solar P1 F1 Podcast. On TuneIn, Deezer, Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. I'm on all the platforms. So if you want to listen to me on audio, check me out on there. All the descriptions, all the name of the podcast was going to be in the description below. I will put the name of the podcast in the description below so you can find me on whatever platform you use. Like I said, it's iTunes, Deezer, Stitcher, Apple Podcast, Amazon. I'm even on Amazon Music. So if you guys are Amazon, you got a subscription with Amazon Prime, there you go. I'm on there. So this is Solo P One Side of Night. This is episode 39 of the Flaming Tarmac. See you later, guys. Bye.